Hey there, I am back again. It must be a record today. Um, I wanted to show this to you. Um, so this morning, Doug and I were on talking about the eagle and some of the prophetic words the Lord has spoken to me regarding the eagle and the destiny of America. So anyways, you can take a look at that. If you missed that this morning, I think it was really, really good. We really didn't get into the eagle component until later in the day or later in the broadcast. So it's just up to you. I think where he went first thing was really, really good. Setting the stage for the time that we're living in. So I happened to see this particular, channel, World News Report Today, and it was the picture that caught my attention and then what he was talking about. So, the things the Lord's brought me into, obviously, learning about the Lord, his times, his seasons, who he is, his nature, his character, prophetically, the book of Revelation, those things playing out in front of us. He spoke to me about prophetic events that are will have happened and will happen, judgment in our country and the things leading up to this one world government that's forming before our eyes, the tribulation timeline. So a lot. And in addition, the stars in the heavens and looking up and paying attention. And so I made a video in the last couple of days about a couple dreams I had about a body that will come into our solar system, be visible during the day and the night, in the skies. We will see it at some point. And this planetary body has, I believe, been in our solar system before. It's a part of God's system he uses to bring about his times. And so anyways, that's when I saw the title of this, Planets or Binary Star System Surrounding Our Sun. Today, I'm like, okay, this is a very new video. I'm going to share just a bit of it. And then I want to show you the research I did from there and how it ties to the things we've been watching with Comet 3i Atlas, its path coming through our solar system, the time of it coming through our solar system. What is that message it's declaring over the world? And then just all these things as we watch, God's timing. So let me just go ahead and play this and then we'll dig into what is it he's showing.
James Kaufman, World News Report Today. In breaking news, ladies and gentlemen, I have another object on Core 1, and it's very visible and unexplainable. This is GOES 19, our newest satellite, and I hope y'all can see this circular object right here. I'm going to kind of take y'all through it. First off, Core 1 is one of our most sophisticated instruments on our new GOES 19 satellite, and the sun is this actual little white loop inside this cover. They put the cover on there in case of a large solar flare. They don't want the lens on Core 1 and GOES to burn up. I hope y'all can see this because this is going to get freaky. Okay? First off, here there's nothing going on. This is how, well, it should look like this. Let's get technical. And as whatever comes into motion or comes into play here, you can see it coming up on this side here. We can actually see the planet, the star, I don't know what it is. If I knew what it was, this is unbelievable. Unbelievable. You can't get this anywhere. Look at this. Core 1 regularly feeds every 15 minutes. They're allowing it to feed every 5 minutes, almost like they want us to be able to see whatever's going on here. Look at this. You can see that perfect circle here moving on the southern part of Court 1 goes 19.
Okay, I'm going to stop it there. And so if you're not familiar, I mean, I'm not an expert on these things. I'm learning about these things as I go, but GOES 19 CCOR. So what is that? It's a geostationary operational environment satellite. Most advanced fleet geostationary. It means it stays put. It doesn't move. It stays put looking at a certain spot. It improves the detection and observation of environmental phenomena that directly affect the Earth. Okay. Provides advanced imaging with increased spatial resolution and faster coverage for more accurate forecasts, all kinds of things. Okay. So that's what it is. So when we go there, you can go swpc.noaa.gov. Okay. And I'm going to play. I went out there and I found the course GOES 19, and it's right around the 5. I think this is universal time. So again, I'm gonna play it. It's gonna start early. It's kind of give you the basic, and then you can see what he saw, just like that. Boop. So let's go back. So this would be normal, and you can see a bit of a solar flare happening here, is what it looks like to me. And then as it plays, right, I'll go ahead, and it goes just really, really fast. So something begins to happen there. And then right here, so he's showing it's like something moves in front of this camera. Okay, right? Do you see? So it's interesting to me. So his title again was about, is there some other body? What? So imagine there's a camera up in space facing the sun, watching the sun, and then something moves in front of it. This phenomena, what's it caused by? And he gives in his video his planet, binary star, like what's going on, right? So we can look at that and see what he saw. So that's the first thing, right? I was like, well, let's go take a look at that. What's going on? And then I wanted to say, like, where's it at? So I went over to Stellarium, and here it is. Here is that geospatial. And what that means is see how our planet is moving. As the sun moves, the time moves. It's, how to describe it. So its position is fixed to the sun. I think that's the best way to put it. And somebody correct me if I'm wrong. Okay. I might turn my comments on in case anybody's on. I'm not usually on. Yeah. Hi, Mel. You're back. I don't normally do this, but I'm like, the Lord's prompting me. I had time. So I'm like, okay. So here's what's interesting. Here is that satellite, the GOES geostationary, and then its position. So I wanted to say, like, where's the sun at? Because we were watching, right? We're facing, this camera faces the sun in a particular position. So it's facing the sun, and then as it plays, something moves in front of it. So I kind of had a couple thoughts. We're watching something funky. I don't know what it is. So here it is, and it's facing the sun. Okay. So here it is. I'm watching it, and I tried to set the time. And again, I'm not certain if this is 5 o'clock universal time, if that's what it was describing, but let's say that that's correct. I don't know. It's going to be somewhere in there. So here it is. It's looking back through the constellation of Orion, Jupiter, Venus, Mercury, and here is the sun. So it's looking back at the sun. Okay. So another way to look at this, just to help give you a sense. So here's the Earth, right? Picture what we just saw in Stellarium. We're on the Earth and we're looking out at the solar system. We're looking out. It's past Jupiter, right? So let me see. Jupiter's out here in... Yeah, okay. It's right there. So Jupiter's in Gemini, right? So it's way out past Gemini, Venus, Mercury, Sun. Okay. So you can kind of see. So if we go over here, well, that we can kind of get that same viewpoint like this, right? As we we go in. Does that make sense what I'm trying to say there? Here's Jupiter, Venus, Mercury, Sun. Jupiter, Venus, Mercury, Sun. Okay. And that's the same thing we're seeing here. Jupiter, Venus, Mercury, Sun. So it's looking back at the sun. So something passed between this camera and the sun. And so the thought I had, hi Paul, yes, I happen to be on, sorry. I didn't even give you a heads up. I am on a roll. I don't mean to be. So it's Friday. But this he's having us look up. And so here we are, let's just see what's going on. So again, I'm a really simple person, and that's not what I meant to do. Light. God is light. Jesus is light. There's a light. There's some kind of light that just passed in front of this satellite, right? Looks like light to me. What is it? And maybe it happens all the time, but it doesn't seem like it according to this guy. I don't know. He's got a lot of subscribers, been doing this probably a long time, and he's pretty shocked by it. Okay. So that's like, okay, what might be going on? This particular satellite was launched and put into space only in September of 2024. So it's kind of like the observatory that found Comet 3i Atlas. It's brand new. There's so much that's just now, our own technology is coming online to allow us to see these things. And this is one of those things. So I'm just sort of trying to figure it out. So here's a thought I had is I have personally been watching the constellation of Orion, the star Betelgeuse, because it's supposed to go supernova, meaning a huge bright light's going to come out of it. And it's really, most people thought it would already have happened, but it didn't happen yet. So it's something. So here's Betelgeuse. I'll just point to you. I was like, so that was my question. Like the Lord drew my attention to this, and specifically, the beginning of this video, just to back up, maybe it's just the way it, I don't know that it's going to let me go back all the way. I was trying to, there was the picture of the flag and the eagle. And that's what I've been talking about. And even last night I was up late making a video. It's going to premiere tonight at 8:00 live, Paul, if you're available. But for folks who want to gather together at 8:00 tonight, it's the first video probably of two where I go into a ton of detail about what the Lord has said, maybe a dozen prophetic words he's given me specifically about America and the eagle. Okay. And the fall of this America as we know it, which there's a shifting, it's a changing, the shaking, and all evil must be exposed, and the people of God set free from the system of slavery that exists here under Satan. Right. So that's where all this is leading to as the Lord does a work in us. So anyway, so then the Lord drew my attention. I felt like to this, here's this ball of light moving in front of this satellite, and maybe it's nothing, or maybe it's something. So we're just looking, and okay, it's interesting to me, this particular constellation grouping that I've been watching for some time, Betelgeuse. It's right in between it and the sun. It looks like, at least from what I can see there. I don't yet have a tool where I can look through the stars. I wonder if one exists, but I don't know. Where you could actually see whether you're looking through particular star groupings. But here's Betelgeuse in Orion. And, this is all the way back in 2023. So what happens is it brightens and dims, and it brightens and dims. And it's a red star in Orion, which is just below the constellation of Taurus. Okay. And so Taurus, it's really just below that. Let me see. Go back out and show you. So, thank you, Lord. So it's right here. Here's Betelgeuse in Orion, which the larger constellation of the grouping is Taurus. Okay, and Taurus points to Joseph. The Lord's speaking to me about the Joseph. I'm raising up the Josephs, his sons Ephraim and Manasseh, and him saying it's time to lead Manasseh back to me, right? Those who have forgotten their God. So kind of that's why I've been watching this for some time, and the coming of the Lord in judgment, it's portending. And then there's another star in the constellation of the Corona that's also supposed to go supernova very, very soon. So again, I'll go back to kind of wrapping this up. I intended this to be short. So, I believe that we've seen the first 4 seals open, watching to see the 5th seal open, the declaration of that, believing that all 7 seals must be open before the beginning of the Great Tribulation, and that before the Great Tribulation we will see this Revelation 12 verses 3 and 4, the fiery red dragon. So that title caught my attention. Some other body, some large body that could move in front of the camera and it could catch it. I've talked before about our eyes only see a certain small amount of the light spectrum. There's the large light spectrum, and some of these cameras and satellites can see a greater spectrum. So they're going to see things before we do, or differently, or maybe they'll see things we'll never see. And so again, I think there's early warning detection. Now, I wouldn't expect that this, again, the big red dragon, if we go back over here to Stellarium, just to do a little teaching, because I like to, oops, if I could type. So Draco, where I believe we'll see the red dragon planet, the destroyer, this planetary body that God will use, I believe, as a part of the Revelation 12 verse 3 and 4. We're going to see that, I believe, in the constellation of Draco, which is, you can see it's over here. If we're over here was where we saw the GOES satellite, and it's looking down to the sun. Well, Draco's far away. It's not at all close to it. So, but anyway, these were just things that I was exploring today as that caught my attention. So we'll just see. We'll see if, if we learn what it was that passed in front of that, or if they're able to explain it away as some glare of light or lens flare or whatever it might be. So, we just continue to look up, don't we? And we are seeking the Lord, and we're asking him, and we're in a place where we are teachable and we can grow and be shaped by him. So I think this will be the last time today that I'm on live, but I am releasing a video at 8:00 tonight on Central Time if you guys want to listen in. And then I'll be recording the second half of that and hopefully sharing it maybe over this weekend. So I bless everybody. Shabbat Shalom as we enter in soon. All right. Thanks so much. Bye, everybody.